Oh my God, you guys, we have quite the show for you tonight. It's really big sure. Hi everybody, Norm, HorrorBuzz, and we have filmmakers here to talk about their projects. We have Chris from Canada. We have Lindsay to talk to us about what's going on and what there is to do. January is not a dead zone for horror and Halloween. It's actually Silence of the Lambs was released in January. So, I'm just saying. So, anyway, uh, without further ado, if you like what you're watching, if you like what you're seeing, go ahead, like and subscribe. Um, and if you really love us, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Patreon, and I will put all of those links up. But right now, we are going to bring on Miss Lindsay.
Hey guys. Hello,
What's up?
Norm.
How are you?
Oh, I am just fabulous. Like you said, January is not a dead month in the horror world. And I know you and I had talked about the haunt mourning period or the just like the seasonal mourning period that happens after the
No, it's
craziness of
yeah, it's post Halloween. Defective. What is it? Post Hall. What's the name? Post Halloween depression disorder. Yeah,
right, exactly. HDD.
that's what it
And
is.
and it bleeds definitely into the Christmas season as well. And then January, you feel like you're left with nothing. But that's not true. So I'm in pretty good spirits. We're going into almost February here, and then February is almost March, which is almost April. So it's basically summer. It means it's almost fall, which means it's almost spooky season.
I do a weird thing where okay, after January 1st. Okay, well, on January 1st, I won't let myself watch Great Pumpkin or Halloween or Black Christmas or anything like that. I need to go through this little area of just I just need to build up the anticipation, and then in March I turn back on all those movies, and I'm like,
It's
yay!
April for me. It's usually like tax day. I'm like ready because I'm ready to stab somebody anyway. So I
What
might as well watch someone else do it.
taxes aren't scary enough. Yeah. So, what do we got? What do we got going on in the way of fun and excitement?
Well, I'll say this. There is a lot to look forward to. So I've got a few save the dates here. So you can fill up your calendars. And as long as Miss COVID stays in line, then we've got plenty to look forward to. So we have a couple movies coming out this week that you can put on your list. We have on Thursday, January 20th, a film called The Last Thing Mary Saw come out. Is coming out, and that is about a family in 1840. It's a period piece, and they gather in their isolated farmhouse and they are mourning the loss of their matriarch. And as the mourning process ensues, there are some circumstances that come to light surrounding her death that come into question and start to unravel the family. So if that sounds like something you'd be interested in, that is The Last Thing Mary Saw, and that's going to be coming to Shudder on Thursday. On Friday, January 21st, we've got a film called War Hunt coming out, and this takes place around the tail end of World War II, and it's about a U.S. military cargo plane that goes down and crashes behind enemy lines in the mysterious German Black Forest. And there's a group of soldiers that have been sent to recover any survivors and some very special top secret cargo in the plane. And as they get to the plane, they see some Nazi soldiers hung bearing ancient magical symbols. And as they go about their retrieval process, as you can imagine, things start to go wrong, compasses fail, and profound horror sets in as they are attacked by supernatural forces. So, if that interests you, that is War Hunt, and that is coming to video on demand. So, that's what we've got for movies that you can put on your list that are coming out this week. And we've got some events. So we have Halloween Weekend. I think I had mentioned this in a couple other shows, but I'm going to keep mentioning it since it has not happened yet. And this is the weekend right before Valentine's Day. So if you're looking for something sweet to do with your sweetheart, this is Halloween Weekend at Frank and Son Collectible in the City of Industry. and it's a 2-day festival. It's all day long from 12 to 6. There's 70 plus spooky vendors peddling all sorts of goods for you and your sweetheart. There's photo ops, food trucks. It's completely free and no reservation is required if you are interested. And we also have CreepyCon coming. That is February 5th and 6th, and it's coming to the Ontario Convention Center in Ontario, California. This is a complete weekend convention and has all kinds of horror celebrities coming. There's a bunch of pop culture exhibits and all sorts of fun little experiences. The ones that kind of caught my attention were the vintage gaming experience, and they also have horror speed dating. I've got no idea what that entails, but it sounds wild. And tickets are $25 for general admission on Saturdays, $20 for Sunday. For the weekend admission, it's $40, and for VIP, it's $85. So if you're interested in snagging some tickets, go to CreepyCon. That's creepIECon.com. Also, this weekend, there is Fear Expo. So, Fear Expo takes place in Owensboro, Kentucky at the Owensboro Convention Center, and it's running from January 21st to 23rd. Now, if you're thinking, well, I don't live in Owensboro, Kentucky, Lindsay, that's really inconvenient. Well, I've got the answer for you. They are also offering a virtual floor so you can attend some panels, you can attend virtual classes, you can even purchase merchandise from vendors that will be there that are offering an online store, all from the comfort of your couch. And I didn't even say the best part. The Fear Expo is free. Whether you go in person or whether you attend virtually, it is free. FREE. You just need to register. And here's the caveat to that. The last chance to register if you want to attend is January 19th. That is tomorrow. So by the end of the day tomorrow, if you have any intention of going, you have not a moment to waste. So make sure that you register. Classes are free, so any of those little special add-ons, that's all free. Just the merch from the vendors is not. So if you want to register, go to Fear Expo, FEAREXPO.com, and you can also follow them at Fear Expo and kind of see all the goings on and the different vendors and plans that they have and pick out your favorite classes. And I want to take a second and talk about Haunt X. So if you live in the Southern California area, you know that Haunt X normally takes place at the Pomona Fairplex in February. But COVID, that nasty girl, she just won't chill. So Haunt X has been officially postponed, and the new announced date is June 11th, 12th. Those are the new dates. So if you've got tickets, you can apply them to that. Or if you're going to be planning your trip, make sure you know that it's now in June and no longer in February. Yes.
I've made it so long without interrupting you. I'm sorry.
I
But
know.
Context,
I was
I
wondering if
know!
you were going to
It
pop
was
in.
like
I
a
was
big
saying good stuff and I was wondering. So, yes, Norm?
no, but Context was something I was definitely looking forward to.
I
And
know.
these are, I don't know. I just
Okay,
love
so
these
how
people.
about this? I'll turn to face you. For people who don't know what Haunt X is, why don't you tell them? Because maybe not everybody watching or
I
listening
can't
knows what
Brady
Haunt X
Bunch.
is.
I can't. Well, okay, Hontex is Hon- Hontex is a really cool expo where the hunters in SoCal get together. They share trade secrets. You also get to meet cool people. You know, I met I forget her name, the lady who did the Pazuzu face in the first Exorcist, and I mean, she's just Ellen, I think was her name. But anyway, she's amazing. And it's just so casual and just so uh, from the ground up, um, where people are sharing their trade secrets and having classes and um, just talking and getting together and building up our horror and haunt community. So it's definitely cool. It's oh, who's that? Um, so it's not me. No, it's super cool. It's a super
It
cool
is. It's
convention. I'm bummed
amazing.
that I'm bummed that they had to postpone it, but as you said, Miss Rona likes to make her appearance and everybody get vaccinated, damn it.
Yes. So we can
That's
have Haunt X in June.
that's my that's my little PSA. Sorry.
Yes.
Sorry, keep
And
going. Keep going.
Okay, they are currently accepting vendor applications for HauntX. So if you have a home haunt good to peddle, then head to their website, which is HauntX. It's just HAUNTX.com, and you can fill out your application there. And if you've got any intention of ever doing a home haunt, or you do one and you want to level it up, you don't want to miss this event. They cover everything. There's class panels, just like Norm mentioned, and they're bringing back their very popular Make It and Take It. So they actually offer the materials, and you get to play with the materials and make something and take that new thing home with you to add to your home haunt, which is really awesome. So it's $30 for general admission for that day, and it's $50 if for early entry. You get in an hour early. And it's $35 for the asylum costume party if you want to party your face off Saturday night. And it's $90 for early entry for the entire weekend, $50 for the entire weekend, and it's $80 for the weekend plus the party, and $120 for early entry for the weekend plus the party. So grab those tickets, mark your calendars. That's in June. Now, in March, we have October Village. They are bringing their festivities to the Doubletree Hotel in Santa Ana. This is at 201 East MacArthur Boulevard in Santa Ana, California. And it's going to be running from 12 to 6 p.m. on both March 5th and March 6th. And they are centering their event around creepy cosplay. So if you are a cosplayer and you love to dress up as your favorite horror character or other pop culture character, or even just a creepy being, this is the event for you, and they would love to have you there. There's going to be tons of photo ops and all sorts of vendors. It's free admission. However, if you want VIP admission for a small fee, you can get express line entry. So they have capacity. So if you're at capacity, you got to wait in line until they have a spot open for you. But if you're VIP, you'll be the first to get in, and you get a cool shirt designed by the October Village team. You can follow them on Instagram at October Village to purchase your VIP admission if you wish. So that's what we've got going on. You can see that, I mean, I think I've talked about things from January to June. There's
Yeah,
stuff.
you know what? You did well. You did
Thank
very well.
you. I
Uh,
didn't do well. The haunt community did well. They never
well,
sleep.
oh,
Darn
but wait
them.
a minute. Somebody's at the door. Oh,
Ding dong.
ding dongs, indeed. Where? Oh, Chris.
Chris.
Chris,
Hello,
what's going on? Chris from Canada. How
from
are you,
Niagara
man?
Falls, Ontario, Canada. How are you guys doing today?
Well, pretty good.
Pretty good.
So we have some things happening down here in SoCal, but is there anything going on up there? Have you seen anything lately that's cool to talk about? What's going on?
Well, unfortunately, there's not a lot going on right now because of what's going on with the pandemic. Even the theaters are shut down right now, so I can't even go to the movies. So it won't be a while till I see Scream 5, unfortunately.
Oh my
But it's okay because I
God.
have all the other Screams on Blu-ray, so I can just watch those
Well,
until
Scream
then.
4 is great. So just watch that
But I
again.
have been watching quite a few movies on different streaming services.
Yeah. And what have you seen that maybe somebody might have missed, or what do you recommend?
Well, one that I came across was on Shudder just randomly one day. I was going through the different categories. It's called The Mutilator. And it's all about there's a group of friends that go on vacation to a cabin in the woods, and one by one, they get taken out by a mysterious killer. And if you love cheesy 80s slasher films, then you will love this movie. It kind of reminded me of Blood Rage because it's really over the top and it's really it just
Ah,
goes for it. Like it's just bonkers, and I loved it. So if you like slashers are my personal favorite subgenre. So if you like that, then The Mutilator, that one's really good.
isn't
Another one that I
isn't
watched, this
Freddie in
one's on
that?
Amazon.
Isn't
Pardon?
oh God, is Robert Englund in that? Was he
Uh,
in the Mutilator or no?
Something's up with the audio. I can't quite hear you.
Oh, okay. Keep going. Keep going.
Oh, sorry about that. Okay.
You're
Another
fine.
one I watched was on Amazon Prime. This is the new one. It's called Hotel Transylvania 4 Transmorphia. And it
Okay.
kind of horror. It's about the Universal horror monsters. So I thought that kind of counted. And basically, something happens so that the people turn into monsters and the monsters turn into people. And they have a certain amount of time to figure out how to switch back before it becomes permanent. And I was kind of skeptical about this because this one doesn't have Adam Sandler in it like the other three did. but it was actually really good. I was surprised. It's cute. It's really funny. It's got a pretty good story. It's pretty good pacing. The animation is a lot better than the other ones have been.
Hmm.
So I actually really appreciate that they put that online because people can't go out to the theaters right now. I was worried that I wasn't gonna be able to watch that one for a while. I
Hmm.
really like the other ones, so this one was really good. Like
Oh,
even the guy that does Dracula, even though it's not Adam Sandler, he sounds very similar to him. So it's not too off-putting. It's not too jarring or anything like that.
and it's a good family movie,
Yeah, it's a good introduction to
obviously.
horror for your kids if you want to try to get them like familiar with monsters, but you don't want to scare them. Yeah,
We love our gateway scares. We love
exactly.
them.
Gateway scare. Your horrific origin, you might say, Norm.
Mine was Halloween. We all know this. It's the original, the good one. Um, but yeah. So hey, would you mind hanging out, sticking around? We have some guests on, and we are going. Oh, by the way, let me finish my thoughts. Uh, so you want to hang out and maybe chat with the filmmakers we have coming on?
Of course. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah, of course. Okay, and also Peter, hey, and Brian. He says go early. The Frank's parking is a nightmare, or two Frank's parking is a nightmare.
Oh,
I
that's
don't
a
know.
good tip for the Halloween weekend. Frank's and Son
Yes,
Collectible. The parking lot is small, so thank you for putting that in there because it is a pain. So thank you, Brian.
and also Danny says hey, and Danny, we haven't heard enough of you tonight, so I'm expecting more, basically.
We need more from you.
Anyway, this guy. Well, okay, guys. So I'm gonna put you backstage real quick, but there we go. I'll see you in a bit. So of course, at HorrorBuzz, as you know, we love. I don't know. Spoiler alert: we love horror, but we also love making sure to support creators everywhere, and indie creators as well. And somebody reached out to me and said, "Hey, we have a project we're working on," and a guy by the name of Jordan McLaughlin, and I said, you know, "Cool, come on the show." And he's got an amazing project, and we're going to talk about that with him. Jordan and Savannah, how are you
Hi.
guys?
Good. How are you doing?
Oh,
Very
I'm
well.
well. Gisleson, Gisel,
It's hard. It's GISLESON.
Gislison,
GISLESON. You got it.
I
You
got
got
it.
it.
I got it. I think I got it. Okay. Jordan, how are you guys? And you
Doing
reached out
well.
to me. Jordan reached out to me about his project, and the project is called Local
Local
Haunts,
haunts.
and it's a Doomsday Soiree production, which that in itself is a cool name. Um,
Thank you.
but
Thank you.
yeah, so talk to us. What is Local Haunts about?
All right. So Local Haunts, Savannah and I co-wrote it together. I'm directing, and we've distilled it as the elevator pitch is that it's a beach vampire film, but beyond that, it's about three vampiric women in the days leading up to Halloween, where the spirit world and the physical world sort of at the one time of year clash, and it's them dealing with their own personal demons, both physical and psychological, and has sort of a slice of life hangout film vibe while also instilling the classic horror influences.
You even mentioned there was a little bit of Jim Jarmusch in it, and
Yeah,
I immediately my brain went to his latest, The Dead Don't Die. I was like, oh, this feels a lot like that.
we've
Um,
we've the Jarmusch feel is definitely present. We've strayed away from looking at Only Lovers Left Alive too much because he does have his own vampire film that we're like, we can't touch it. That
and
lives on its own.
you outright said you would never cast Tilda Swinton in this film, right?
Oh, even if she banged down our door,
Right.
no, Tilda.
No.
Too close to Jim.
Wait. So, Savannah, how did you get on board in this project? You're co-writing.
Yeah.
and talk to me where in the world this idea came from, how you met up with Jordan, and where it went.
Well, we actually went to undergrad together, and a few years after graduation, Jordan just sent me some photos as well as the idea of a beach vampire hangout film and like a few characters that were still kind of sketches. And he sent me this as well as a playlist because Jordan has a playlist for everything. And it was just such a cool concept and a cool idea. And we both kind of bonded at school over like a love of like B movie cheese, old school horror movie, like Hammer films. And so I like, of course, jumped on board. I was very excited about it from the get-go. And then we started to sort of like sketch out what the relationships between all of these characters were, like what the overall story was, what it was we were trying to say. And something that came to us really quickly is that, you know, every single monster is kind of like a physical representation of some kind of like primordial fear. And because vampires live forever, I mean, that's incredible. That's what we kind of were drawn to initially. And so we started sort of working with this idea of like grief and what it means to live forever and what it means to lose everyone you ever get close to. And so we started playing around with that. And that's sort of where the like heart and the soul of the story started to kind of come through.
Well, okay, I have a question. They're not okay. I don't normally think of vampires and the beach at the same time. They don't sparkle, right? I mean, they're cool, right?
Well, that
They can't go in the sun. They can't go in the sun. This is a dreary beach. This is like a dreary, bizarre beach community.
Oh, thank God. Oh, okay. Okay, carry on then.
that was one of the initial sort of things that drew us to the idea, is that sort of contrast of when you think of the beach, you think of, you know, the bright sunshine. You don't think of the nighttime. You don't think of that kind of environment. So, and that's largely, if not the majority, of what the environment is like in the film, because as we follow the vampires, 80 to 90% of the film takes place at night. So it's that kind of seedy underbelly beach tone.
You sent me a bit of artwork, and I'm just going to put it up on the screen. Now, where are we here?
So this is, as we describe in the script, the vamp pad. So where the three vampires live. That's just a bit of concept art that we had done around last year, sort of putting together the pre-production elements of the film. But yeah, so that's them hanging out in their vamp pad
and lounging with the moonlight coming through. Now, where are you in regards production? You sent me a WeFunder page, and I'm going to share that in the comments here. Let's go here. Daggum. The link didn't come over. Sorry, I'm gonna put that in there then. Yeah, so you sent me the WeFunder, and I'm putting that in there now. But where are you guys in production, and how far do you have to go to finish?
So the script is totally locked. We have roughly about half of the cast locked, and the majority of our key crew locked as well. We are in the throes of fundraising, as the link to the WeFunder would suggest, and that, and finishing up our casting and narrowing down specific locations is kind of where we're at right now. We know where we're shooting. We're shooting on the Carolina beaches, North and South Carolina. I'm from North Carolina. Savannah and I both went to school in North Carolina, as well as most of our key crew, and so we're very familiar with that area. We kind of know what to expect, and can kind of thrive a little better in that environment. So we're shooting in the Carolinas. And yeah, basically just chugging away on the fundraising, trying to get the word out there, bringing people on board that like the project or identify with it in some way, and yeah, so that's the main thing is the fundraising.
That's
That's what you
wonderful.
subvert expectations by taking the classic movie monster and then just switching things like that. That just sounds like a really unique idea. Very interesting.
Yeah, that's something that we knew we wanted to instill from the beginning. Is like Savannah and I have so many and she can speak to this as well, so many different influences, both from the horror genre and otherwise, and then just from the horror genre, many decades of very different types of horror films and different influences there. And so we were thinking, like, how many of these can we kind of Frankenstein, for lack of a better term, together to in this film? Like, we've got some elements of black and white, sort of chiller mid-century horror films. We've got some Hammer film influences. Anything else you want to say about our influences?
I
I
mean,
love
yeah, I
that.
mean, like we were also pulling a lot from like a lot of like old school like 70s and like 90s like hangout films, and that comes through in a lot of the characters. Like one of the characters is called the Regular, and he always hangs out at the bar that one of the vampires owns and works at. And he just has nothing but like conspiracy theories, and he's always just like spouting conspiracy theories. But the one thing he can't figure out is the fact that there's vampires in front of him the entire time. And then there's like Coconut Kyle, who's like, you know, he's like a beach bum who just like hangs out, and like he just like kind of pops in and comes through, and he's like a lot of fun as well. So we had like a really good time. It was just so much fun to like merge all of these like weird elements from like different parts of film, different parts of horror, and sort of like merge it together into something that, like, you know, felt like us in a way.
That sounds awesome.
Please
I
tell
can't
me
wait to
there's
see
a
it.
Sigmund the Sea Monster cameo, please. There's.
Wait,
did
say
I
that one more
mistake
time,
myself?
sorry.
I think I just told everybody how old I was. I said, please tell me there's a Sigmund the Sea Monster somewhere. Somewhere. Nothing?
I've actually never heard of Sigmund and the Sea Monster. Maybe that's showing my age as well.
I haven't either.
I'm going to go crawl in a grave now. No. Look it up. Oh, God. Sid and Marty Krofft. And Witchy Poo was on there. Sigmund the Sea Monster. He was a nice monster. And he lived in a cave next to the sea. So, I
Could
don't
find
know.
a place for him.
Might.
Phaedra, Countess of the Surf. We could work something in.
But that's on the note of
And
Yeah,
also,
Norm.
Brian, my friend Brian is saying, I need a cameo too. But
if you find yourself in the Carolinas,
Sorry, Jordan,
we
what?
have plenty of extras we would need and whatever. So, no, that's one thing that
Well,
we talk about a lot, is that we kind of want to mix the high and low art elements of our influences together. Like, obviously we love a good campy B movie monster flick that we draw from, but also, you know, we have the more kind of introspective, character driven moments that we lean a lot on for the drama or for the connection between characters. So that has always been fun to instill into the script, and also it makes it difficult to describe the film to people, because when you say, we're making a beach vampire film, usually the mindset goes straight to the camp and only the camp, and like sort of like a Roger Corman film or like a you know, a schlocky B movie, which there are definitely some elements of that in the film. But then when we say, you know, it's a little Jim Jarmusch, maybe a little Richard Linklater hangout movie thing, that's where you have to start like clarifying, because then they're like, wait, what?
Well,
That's why you might lose to people, and you're like, wait a minute, no, just stay with me.
Exactly.
it's a
We feel
really
like
long
conspiracy
elevator.
theorists.
Yeah, exactly.
Stick with us.
That's funny. Yeah, that sounds
Well,
awesome.
Jordan, Savannah, please come back onto the show if you have an update for us. Chat us up here, and I wish we could talk longer, but we're running out of time. Oh man. And as everybody can see, they have a WeFunder going on. We shared that. Give them some change. Come on. They're starving filmmakers. Give them some of the money. We want to see the
Support
Vampire
art.
Beach movie. Exactly. Well,
Thank you so much for
again,
having us,
Yeah,
guys.
thank you guys so much. This was awesome.
no, you're welcome. You're always welcome back. Please reach out and let us know. Give us some updates.
100%.
Will do. Thank you.
All right, you guys, take care so much. Thanks for coming by.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Oh shoot, where am I? Lindsay, Chris, where? I've got so many buttons
Hello.
everywhere.
We got Cliff.
I know, cutting room floor. Sorry. So yeah, they're super cool people, huh? And
Amazing.
I really want to see their movie now. So everybody, please. Oh my God, Lisa
love their
Para
drive
is like
and their ambition.
saying, yeah, the yeah, definitely. Lisa is saying the Bugaloos, Lost Saucer, Electro Woman, Dyna Girl. I know. Just Google it. Anyway. Anyway. All right, guys. Chris, thank you so much for being a part of the show tonight. Lindsay, you as well. And yeah, that was a great show. And anything? Anybody?
Yeah, thank you for having me. Can I just say one thing real quick?
Yeah.
I really appreciate this opportunity. I'm also known as Mr. Flickster, and if anyone wants to watch me on my own YouTube channel, please go ahead. Check
That's
me
right.
out.
He has Mr. Flickster on YouTube. You should send me the link and I'll share it on the next broadcast.
Thank you very much. I just wanted to throw that in there real quick. I'm also on Facebook, so you can read my reviews there too.
That's right. Okay, and Lindsay?
I'm not cool like Chris. I don't have a YouTube channel, so you can follow me here next Tuesday.
Well, thank you, Lindsay.
All right, guys. Well, listen, we're so far over. I gotta go. Everybody, please stay safe, get vaccinated, and we will see you in the fog. Where's the head? There they are.